I'm really excited about this. I feel like it's a real breakthrough both for blockchain and for the cash assistance community. Now, I think the best way to understand is first look at how aid is distributed right now. So we have gone through, I think, as a society, a number of iterations of trying to provide assistance in times of crisis. We started, I think, post World War II to provide goods and services to people, and then over time, it's become more and more clear that cash assistance is the most efficient and dignified way to help people in need. It gives them the most discretion on how to actually meet their immediate needs. And if you think about it, if you're actually, in need yourself, if you're, let's say, assume you're a refugee or internally displaced person, you'd probably want cash to be able to sort out whatever you need to sort out, rather than being given a blanket or food or something like that, which might not be completely attuned to your needs. So that is great. And now we've actually started to see delivery of cash assistance happening on a very widespread basis. Most recently, let's say in Afghanistan, after the Taliban took over and there was a lot of pressure on the society there, we've seen a lot of cash disbursement. However, what we've seen is that the way cash had to be dispersed often involved flying into a country with suitcases or bags full of cash, and having physical cash being transferred around to agents for disbursement. And there are a lot of problems with that, obviously logistical and security issues, but also ultimately then people are given physical cash that they have their own personal security issues, especially if they're crossing borders. We also have a challenge where the lag time for actually getting this going is significant. If you think of a crisis happening, let's say very recently, we have had crises in Sudan or even Turkey and Syria, the time it takes to actually get going with aid disbursement is, could take a week, 2 weeks. And by the way, having worked with aid organizations, it's a heroic task, and we have very competent people working very hard to work as fast as possible. But really, the logistics mean you can only go so fast. And so we wanted to solve a couple of problems. We wanted to solve that problem of moving more quickly. We wanted to solve the problem of digitizing this process so you can actually, have the recipient or beneficiary be able to have digitized cash and that physical security. And then we also saw an opportunity. These organizations like Humanity and IRC operate with very high standards of transparency. What we saw an opportunity to actually enhance that by enabling donors or others to be able to see end-to-end transparency of seeing actual funds land in a beneficiary's account and seeing people cash out, and having the aid organizations themselves have a dashboard of transfers into beneficiary accounts and seeing when and how they cash out. And that level of transparency is useful for everyone. I think it's similar to any other area of digitization in the modern economy. If you can actually provide a little more real-time transparency, it really provides other benefits as well. And so we are providing that as well. And so very specifically, as we're seeing other crises emerge, and it's interesting that we now have 100 million internally displaced and refugees around the world, and that has actually doubled in the last 10 years. Just to give you a sense, that's about the size of, I believe it's multiple Argentinas. And so what we can see there is a need for more and more, we need faster responses and we need more capability. And so that's what we're really offering the aid organizations. To be very clear, we're not the ones providing the aid. We're providing a tool set for free for the aid organizations to provide that aid. And ultimately, people cash out via MoneyGram, and MoneyGram is available through a network in 190 locations, 190 countries and territories throughout the world. And then we're also complementing that with other anchors, other cash out mechanisms around the world as well.
Thanks for watching this clip from Emerging Voices. If you enjoyed our content, please take a moment to like this video and share it with your friends. And to stay up to date with what's happening in Web3 from emerging markets, we produce a 5-minute, once-a-week newsletter recapping the week's Web3 news from Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Eastern Europe to help you stay informed and stay smart. Link to get access is in the description. And before you go, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks again, and see you soon.